Hi, we are the Awareness Campaign for Climate Change Refugees in Mexico. Our team are Isaac Torres, Jorge Rock, Jose Umson, and me, Elena Zacarias. As an awareness campaign, we seek to make people aware of what is happening in Mexico regarding to the mass displacement due to the climate change, causing Mexican refugees to be in different states and in other countries. We want to share that this is a problem of extreme urgency, both social, economic, and of climate change. People are leaving their place of residence because of fear of dying in some climate catastrophe, and thanks to that, they lose their home. Our goal is to reach the eyes and ears of more people. We plan to expand our campaign on social networks such as Instagram. This is one of the most used platforms by both adults and young people. We believe that it is very important for new generations to be aware of this problem and to be aware of what is happening in the world with migrants and climate change.
And now, on the importance of the campaign subject, climate change is defined as the long-term alteration of temperature and typical weather patterns in a place. And it is of extreme importance since it affects sectors of our lives like human health, agriculture and food security, water supply, transportation, energy, ecosystems, among others. And also because the impacts are expected to become increasingly disruptive throughout this century and beyond. Now, climate migration is defined as the temporary or permanent movement of persons who are obliged to leave their habitual place of residence due to the change in the environment. And it is of extreme importance also because it prevents the migrants from having basic human rights like rights to life, development, food, health, and even housing. It is important because according to the UNHCR, over 20 million people are forced to leave their homes and move to other areas inside their countries each year due to extreme weather events. And also because it is estimated that by the year 2050, the regions of Latin America, the Sub-Saharan Africa, and Southeast Asia will generate around 143 million more migrants. Therefore, all countries and governments should contribute to diminish this problem.
Now that we've talked about climate change and climate refugees, we can talk about how it is affecting Mexico right now. Currently, there are 27 million people at risk of being affected by a natural disaster in our country caused by climate change. The most common natural disasters happening right now in our country are floodings, hurricanes, droughts, and even earthquakes. Last year, it was recorded that at least 100,000 people were affected and displaced by natural disasters in Mexico, and it is expected by the UN that by 2050, at least 3 million people are to be displaced by natural disasters caused by climate change. It is needless to say that Mexico has been really affected by natural disasters over the last few years. The major ones that stand out the most are Hurricane Patricia in 2015, which was classified as one of the most intense hurricanes over the last 50 years. Then we have the 2017 earthquake that resembles a lot the earthquake in the late 80s, which left a lot of people without homes, and that meant that they have to be displaced. And at last, the most recent one in 2021 in the Bay of Veracruz, Hurricane Grace struck the Bay of Veracruz and left thousands of people that had to be displaced of their hometown. It's important to say that the number of disasters will continue to rise in our country if nothing is done about climate change. That's why the Mexican government recently gathered up together to discuss climate refugees along with certain institutes and the University of UNAM. Nevertheless, not much progress was made, and climate refugees are still vulnerable in our region. That's why we want to vocalize the problem and raise awareness about it, and call people up to action to apply pressure to these institutes and government so that progress can be made about the subject.
Okay, social media awareness campaign. Justification. Why? Instagram has become a common app amongst people nowadays. This app helps share pictures or opinions quickly. It has millions of users worldwide. Trying to spread awareness through Instagram seems like a logical and good thing to do. How? How can you spread awareness through Instagram? You could use stories, reels, and posts. Users can add content about the current situation. Support. Supporting an important movement and raising awareness among followers can set a good business on path. Through the use of hashtags and photos, particularly on a platform such as Instagram, a business can attract new followers. Impact. Instagram has become a crucial tool to organize and educate people around the world. Instagram provides an important dynamic, a young audience that is receptive to social justice issues on a flexible medium for sharing content. Implementation. Here, we can see some of the guidelines and prototypes along with a monthly content plan for our Instagram campaign. Progress can easily be tracked with the Instagram analysis tools in order to make sure our message is being heard across the world. Thank you.